my NFC North predictions though. What do I think? Who do I think's gonna win the division? I think it's gonna be Green Bay. I do think Green Bay is gonna win the division again. They have a better defense than they've had in the past with Aaron Rodgers, and although they did lose in the playoffs that game, I do think their defense is getting better. Offensively, they're going to have to work through some weapons issues, but I think Aaron Jones is a pretty solid running back. And, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, so, and he showed no signs of slowing down, so I think it's just theirs to lose. But if there's another team I'd have to pick to probably be in second place and maybe make the playoffs as a wild card and potentially maybe win the division if they can sneak a couple games, it is the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Vikings are really solid. I think they're on the right track. Despite this game, Kirk Cousins is actually a pretty good quarterback. He hasn't looked like it in this game, but this is a video game. So in real life terms, Kirk Cousins is a pretty solid quarterback. And I think, this team has a lot of interesting weapons. I think they have better offensive weapons than Green Bay does in terms of, Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. So I think if those guys show out, this team can be really fun. And it's just going to come down to their defense, and that's kind of interesting to say about the Vikings because they've been a team that's been just a defensive juggernaut for, a long time. So, but, last season they definitely showed cracks in that defense, but their pass rush is solid. So I think they can definitely make a run. And then I think third place will probably be the Chicago Bears. They're definitely a work in progress. Offensively, defensively, they're definitely a work in progress, but I think they could be a fun team too, in maybe a couple seasons. So, but right now they're just kind of, what they are. So they're not great. So, I mean, Justin Fields, like I said, we really need to see a bigger sample size out of him before I really buy into him as an NFL quarterback. So they definitely have some things to work out, but they're, heading on the right track. And I think that they're, but I just don't think they're there yet. But can they? Could they potentially do something? Maybe, but I think they could sneak a game against the Vikings maybe, or Green Bay usually has their number, but we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be interesting. And then, of course, the last place would be the Detroit Lions for me. I'm just not very sold on them. I've been watching Hard Knocks. I've been watching Hard Knocks for sure. It's just in terms of them being like a full-on competitor in this division, I don't see it right now. Maybe in a couple of years. I mean, I'm just not a big Jared Goff guy. Never was, even in the draft. I was like, this guy is not great, and he wasn't. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is. Stop. QB sneak here. Because we're up. Oh, I'm going to get this. No! But, yeah, I should have kicked the field goal there. But, oh, well. But, yeah, I think Detroit, I just don't think they have. They're just not there yet. But I do like Dan Campbell. I think he's kind of a guy a good locker room guy, a guy people can get behind. His coaching staff, they've bragged that they have so much experience, and that's, great. But it really does come down to the guys that are on the field at the end of the day, and I just don't think they're quite there yet. I think defensively, we'll see with that guy, Aiden Hutchinson from Michigan. He's shown some promise. And coverage-wise, I think they're interesting. But, again, I'm not totally sold on them. And I do like Amon St. Brown. I think he's bound to have a pretty good year this year on the offense. But, again, we'll see with DeAndre Swift and the run game, see what they do. But, oh, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not really sold on the Lions this year. I can't say I am, but, we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. This is going to be a fun division, I think. Not as fun as some of the other ones, because I do like Green Bay overall, total, when it comes down to it. But, again, you know, it's a long season, and we'll see what happens. Defense has been giving up a lot here, but yeah, just kind of my final thoughts on the NFC North going into the season. You know, I think it's going to be a dogfight, but not as much as maybe some of the other divisions. I think some of the other ones in the NFC are a little bit more interesting, and we could talk about those in the future. But yeah, if I say rankings-wise, I think it's going to be Green Bay, then Minnesota, then Chicago, then Detroit. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. And I'll probably do videos, I guess, like kind of in this style, talking about each division. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the NFC North. To talk about them first. You know, not too blown away with what they got going on. I think Green Bay is going to be fun, but I think they got the best chance of making a run, despite, you know, their playoff woes that they've had in the past. But in terms of this division, I like Green Bay. All right, let's fit this one in here. Alan Lazard right here. Never mind. Randall Cobb. We'll take that, baby. Kirk's like, damn. Kidding me.
Cobb had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens.